Push it. Push him like fuck, like
Yeah, let's go. Special bricks. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Special Bricks Playroom. I'm Elizabeth, this is my dad Nate, and I'm angry.
Why are you angry?
Because these Lego sets are too expensive.
And which one do you think is the most expensive out of...
Captain America versus Red Hulk.
Can you tell us anything more about this set?
It's 76292 to 223 pieces. See?
So, she's right. This is part 3 of 3 of our Too Expensive Marvel Set series. In episode 1, we covered Miles Morales versus the Spot, which was $50 for 375 pieces. That was about 13 cents per piece. Then, in episode 2, we covered the X-Men X-Jet, which was $85 for 359 pieces. So that was 24 cents per piece. But this is, on a price per piece level, by far the most expensive set. This is $55 for only 223 pieces. So if you do the math, that is 25 cents worse than the X-Jet or Miles versus the Spot. So, is it worth it? We're about to see. What do you think, Elizabeth? All right, well, I got someone about to transform into a Red Hulk next to me, so we're gonna unbox it, build it, and see what we think.
Red Hulk smash! What's he breaking? Walls and roofs, builders shaking. Snap the plate, studs pop loose. This Hulk's red, this ain't no Bruce. Red Hulk stomp, what's that sound? Bricks and beams all hit the ground. No one's safe, no build intact. Every set's about to crack. From Crimson Flame, the Titan came, a walking storm with none to tame. Brick towers bowed beneath his tread, road tiles cracked where Red Hulk led. Bricks and plates, slopes and cones, all fell before his rage alone. Red Hulk roared, rooftops split in fear, an angry giant thundering near. But streaking down on wings of steel came justice sharp and purpose real. The captain's sword, not of the past, but next generation built to last. Sidekick Falcon, swift as lightning's edge, drew battle lines at rooftops ledge. Red Hulk smash! What's he breaking? Walls and roofs, builders shaking. Snap the plate, studs pop loose. This Hulk's red, this ain't no Bruce. Red Hulk stomp, what's that sound? Bricks and beams all hit the ground. No one's safe, no build intact. Every set's about to crack.
Stand down, Christ cap from overhead. Let's talk this through. But red sees red. Falcon swoops in, wings held wide, but peace can't reach the rage inside.
He grabs a post and frees it clean, takes out a tower and a vending machine. Cap blocks the blow, but stumbles back. The shockwave knocks 3 builds off track. Falcon loops with flashing light, dodging left and banking right. He shouts, "Fly, Cap, fly! I've got the play!" Buys his friend a skybound getaway.
everybody, welcome back to the Special Breaks First Impressions.
So, Elizabeth, what were your first impressions?
I like Red Hulk because he has those
The studs?
studs on his back.
Now, do you want to show everyone? Do you want to show them the studs?
Yep. But what I don't like is because he's not smiling.
Okay. Yeah. So this is cool that, unlike some of the other big figures that the Red Hulk does have studs on the back. So for example, you can have him throw the plane like this. Look. It looks like he's like throwing the plane, about to chuck it into outer space. So that's pretty cool. Did you have any other impressions after building this?
I don't like because I don't think the plane's in the movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, Elizabeth, do you know what this is?
That's the place where they keep the silver.
Is it? I don't know. This jet is literally, if you saw Captain America Brave New World, this jet is literally not in the movie. There are some F-18 fighter jets that Falcon and Captain America have to fight and stop them from doing something. But anything that looks like this is not in the movie. Definitely not anything that's that Ruth pilots. So yeah, that's really my first impression. It's Red Hulk is cool and everything else is very forgettable. Like, it's literally non-existent. That's how forgettable it is. It is like not in the movie. So that's kind of the first take we have, I think. Anything else?
I don't like because we needed to share one instructions.
Yeah, so because I mean, look, this is only 225 pieces, so you're not going to have a lot of like steps here to justify two instructions. But even more than the X-Jet, it just felt like I was mostly just waiting around for Elizabeth to build things. It wasn't even like I could work ahead on other bags or whatever. So it's definitely like a one-person set. Don't try to get cute and split it up. You're really just going to waste another person's time. So, okay. I think that's it for first impressions. We're going to now take a closer look at the minifigures and see what we think about that. So in our closer look segment, I usually kick things off with the minifigures, but today I want to take a little detour. Because all the pieces in this set are either minifigure parts or a jet that's not actually in the Captain America Brave New World movie. This jet's not in the movie. The Ruth Betsaraf minifigure doesn't really look like her character. It's all just very confusing, and I want to talk about a theory about what I think happened here. When LEGO works on sets tied to big franchises like Marvel, there's probably some back and forth where Marvel gives LEGO early access to concept art, story details, or trailer previews of upcoming movies. And that kind of stuff is probably enough for LEGO to design a set time to release along with that movie. But movies change during production, or trailers are intentionally misleading, and you can get a set like this. If you watch the Iron Man 3 trailer, the set looks like something you'd expect to see. But if you watch the actual Iron Man 3 movie, though, let's just say Iron Man vs. Mandarin doesn't really play out the way the set suggests. Or this set of Kylo Ren Shuttle. Now, we all know Kylo Ren Shuttle is black, so why is this gray? Well, this set came out in September 2015, a few months before Episode 7, The Force Awakens. So, very possible that LEGO only had storyboard concepts to work from at the time, and we know that Kylo Ren Shuttle was envisioned as gray, at least in some storyboard concept art, as shared by art director Tom Tenery several years later. One more example, and this is a little personal, we have Tony Stark's Sicarian Iron Man. This set was released in August 2021, in sync with Disney releasing their animated What If series that same month. Except, the episode with the Sicarian Iron Man suit was delayed until Season 2, which wasn't released until December 2023. And if that inspired anyone to check out the Sicarian Iron Man suit LEGO set at that point, which I know it did for me because it looked awesome, well, too bad, LEGO retired it in 2022. So, my theory is basically something like this happened with the Captain America vs. Red Hulk LEGO set. And it's not like this only impacted LEGO. Check out this photo I dug up of the McDonald's Happy Meal promotion for Captain America Brave New World. Sorry for the spoiler, but there is no Diamondback character in the movie, just like there's no Ruth flying a jet. So, with that said, let's talk about Ruth.
Meet Ruth Batsaroff, my security advisor.
I spent way too much time trying to figure out if the Ruth minifig was a victim of what we just talked about. LEGO basing the design on early creative materials, not realizing the final look changed during movie production. As you saw in the clip, she's introduced in the movie as the president's security advisor, and most of the time she's dressed like a Secret Service agent. Clearly not what the LEGO figure looks like. But she does wear a different outfit for a few scenes in the middle part of the movie, mostly when she's in the field and kicking butt. The problem is, it's actually hard to get a clean clip of what she's wearing. Like, can you even see what's going on here? Sorry, I know this has nothing to do with LEGO, but I have to say it. Captain America Brave New World has some of the most bizarre cinematography I've ever seen. What is this glare? What is this camera swivel? Just, like, let me see Ruth, man. Come on. Okay, anyway. Here's what I could piece together after losing a chunk of my life to this. Her field outfit is basically khaki military-style pants, a black leather jacket with a blue trim, and a tactical-looking black bodysuit underneath. Kind of like Black Widow style. And we get a line, kind of mumbled from Falcon, that Ruth is ex-widow, so that all tracks.
She's ex-widow, just zap the guy.
And just to confirm I'm right, here are some photos taken at the exhibit of the movie's red carpet premiere in Los Angeles. So, the LEGO minifigure really does look like Ruth's outfit, minus the jacket. The print of the torso matches the bodysuit's torso pattern quite well, and for the legs, LEGO used a previous release leg piece that have a khaki cargo pants print. The hairpiece is the common medium brown piece that LEGO loves to use for a lot of women in their LEGO City sets. I think they could have tried a little harder matching Ruth's hair to something closer in color and length to her in the movie, but whatever. I know I've been on this tangent for a while, but when I started this video, I was convinced the minifigure looked nothing like Ruth from the movie. But now it kind of does, especially the field uniform version. LEGO Ruth even comes with a gun, just like movie Ruth, although in the movie she only fires it when she's in her government suit. That said, the Ruth minifigure just doesn't have much play value. She's too edgy to hang out in LEGO City, not colorful enough to stand out among the other Marvel heroes, and unless you're a hardcore comics fan, you probably had no idea who she was. And LEGO Ruth pilots a jet that doesn't even exist, but we'll get to that later.
Captain America's here, do you cop?
On to the new Captain America, Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson used to be the Falcon, but after Endgame, he inherited the shield and the job from Steve Rogers.
How's the government making Captain America? What are we calling him? Is it still Falcon? Is it Captain Falcon?
He still has his wings, and now they're leveled up with vibranium tech from Wakanda, which is weirdly disclosed to us in another mumbled line by Falcon.
Cap's gear was a gift from the Wakandans for helping him out.
But yeah, he's flying around with a jetpack that doubles as a kinetic shield, basically. Sam's transition from Falcon to Cap happened in the 2021 Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And in that series, his new suit had a white base with a red and blue trim. Personally, I thought it looked awesome, but apparently Anthony Mackie did not agree.
Why did they take away your white half helmet?
Because I told them that I was never wearing that shit, dude. That was hard. It was with the heat, the sweat, the fogged up glasses. It was impossible. It was called a cowl. It was my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
In fairness, he is not the only superhero who has a problem with cowls.
Your cowl,
My what now?
your armored face disguise?
Fine. Happy now.
Indubitably.
So when Brave New World starts, Sam's rocking the same white suit, but minus the cowl. And then midway through the movie, he just has a new suit. Whole new look. This one leans way more into the traditional Captain America vibe. Blue base, red and white trim, just like Steve's suits. Now, do they explain the outfit change in the movie?
No.
I'm not kidding. He just shows up in mid-movie with a completely new suit, no setup, no explanations. Why the outfit change, Sam? Was it because your white suit got a 2-inch tear in the first action sequence of the movie? Did you feel jealous that in Steve Rogers' career he had so many different suits? Are these questions relevant to this closer look of the LEGO set?
No. No.
Anyway, the LEGO minifigure is based on this newer blue suit, so let's break that down. Starting with the good stuff. The legs don't have any printing, but they're dual molded in blue and red, so that's a nice touch. The torso has a brand new print that really nails the updated costume details. The wings are solid, but unfortunately a little too solid. They're hefty enough that if you're not posing him on a base plate, he's probably going to face plant. The shield looks great. Nice shade of medium deep red, clean print, no complaints there. The headpiece is also well done, at least on one side. When Sam's got the helmet engaged, full head cover, it looks sharp and totally movie accurate. But the other side of the head shows Sam without the helmet, just his face and red goggles. And that's where I think LEGO fumbled a bit. In the movie, when the helmet's off, it's just goggles and hair. There's no mask on his, forehead and top of his head. Now, for the minifigure, LEGO gave him a smirk, which I love, but it still got the face mask blueprint all over his top of his head, and that just doesn't line up with how he looks in the movie. And lastly, no hairpiece. If you're going to give us an alternate unmasked face, you got to give us a hairpiece to go with it. LEGO's done this before, and they should know better. So, anyway, is it a bad figure? No, it's actually pretty good, but I don't think it beats the version from the Marvel Studios Series 1 CMF set from 2021. That one had dual molded and printed legs, sleeker wings with fewer pieces, so it was easier to pose, and yes, it had a hairpiece. Bottom line, for a $55 set, I'd expect the Cat minifig to feel premium, not just very good. So, given the price point, a little bit disappointing.
Who's a pretty boy?
I'm the new Falcon.
No, you're not.
I am.
Next up, Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon. So my thoughts here are kind of similar to Sam Wilson's Cat minifig. The minifig is pretty good, but for the price point, I was expecting more. The design is pretty accurate to what you see in the movie, especially the head and torso. Those look sharp. But then we get to the legs, single color legs. I'm not even going to get into how disappointing that is. And we've got the same issue with the headpiece. It's not double-sided, which actually opens up more opportunities because you don't have to worry about the back of the head showing through. So in theory, LEGO could have paired it with any hairpiece, and they should have because most of Falcon's scenes in the outfit have him not wearing the helmet. But they didn't. All we get is a helmet, and not even any cool mold, it's just a standard LEGO bike helmet. Now, to be fair, that kind of fits the movie's vibe. Joaquin's Falcon suit is supposed to look a little more thrown together, like something built from surplus military gear, so the budget helmet actually kind of makes sense, but still. And there's no accessories. In the movie, Falcon fires guns, missiles, he uses drone, he's got a whole loadout, but this set gives him nothing. No drones, no missiles, nothing. In actual play, Falcon ends up with the same issue as Ruth. He's not really a well-known character, and there's nothing about this minifig that makes him pop to someone that wasn't familiar with the character.
He's gonna love me, bro. Are you kidding me?
That's not the right answer.
Just to emphasize this point, here's a play session I had with Elizabeth, played back at hyperlapse speed. I'm going to point out where Falcon and Ruth are, and you can see just how engaging they were for us to play with. All right, I rest my case. And now we've got the belle of the ball. Probably the main reason this set costs an absurd $55.
Since when were they red?
Red Hulk. Okay, so fun fact, Hulk is my favorite superhero. So it may come as no surprise to you that I own a ridiculous number of LEGO Hulks. The older Hulk big figs were kind of just like a giant single mold. Everything was just one mold, except for the arms, those were separate. But the head and hair were molded right into the body. No movement, no customizations. The newer big figs, though, have been evolving. Now they've got removable heads and hair, so for example, you can do things like swap Red Hulk's head onto Green Hulk's body, if that's your thing. And more importantly, they've added studs in the back, which opens up way more play options. Elizabeth picked up on that immediately. She even brought it up during our first impression segment. Now, Red Hulk is literally just a Hulk colored red. No fancy printing, no wild accessories, he's just angry and red. And yet, he kind of rules? I don't know what it is. Compared to the other minifigs or even other Hulk figures, he's super plain. Solid black shorts, no torso print, nothing extra. But that bright red color, it really does pop. It catches your eye on the table, and he's just a lot of fun to play with. He's like the perfect supervillain to tear through your LEGO city, while the Avengers have to team up to scramble and stop him. I'm not going to overanalyze it. If you're looking at Red Hulk and thinking, It's just regular Hulk, but red. Like, you're not wrong. But we did have a blast with him. The 4 studs on the back are really a big win too. For example, we had one play session where Ms. Marvel leapt on his back, wrapped him up with her long arms, while Spider-Gwen came in from the side with some web action, like a tag team takedown. So that's probably the nicest thing I can say about this set. If Red Hulk does it for you, you'll be happy. If not, then yeah, you're basically saying $55 on fire. The only other standout minifig is Sam Wilson's Cap, and even that version doesn't quite beat the 2021 minifigure from the Marvel Series 1 CMF series. All right. I was kind of trying to put off even talking about this, but we got to get into it. Let's talk about the jet. It does make up 90% of the piece count of the set, so we do kind of need to talk about it. Okay, let's talk about the jet. Although, to be honest, I'm really struggling to even find something to say here. It's sturdy. It seats one minifigure. Looks pretty cool. Sam Wilson's Falcon colors used to be black and red, so maybe that's why the jet's color scheme leans that way. I don't know. It's got 2 stud shooters. Fires those 1x1 round tiles. That's always fun. Yeah, there's not a lot to say. Because again, this jet is not in the movie. There are jets in Brave New World, but they're just standard military F-18s flown by US pilots. And this LEGO jet looks nothing like an F-18. F-18s have dual thrusters in the back. This one's got a single central thruster. Also, real jets tend to lose wings when hit by objects at high velocity. This one's actually surprisingly durable. The most interesting thing about it is the little cargo case inside this back compartment here. Inside are silver ingot pieces. Of course, there's no silver in the movie, but there is adamantium. It's kind of a big deal for the plot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you adamantium. And we have 2 incredibly brave men to thank for that. Joaquin Torres and our own Captain America, Sam Wilson.
Now, why is the adamantium in the jet? I don't know. But again, spending way too much time on this, I went deep into Reddit and found this theory. Originally, the script described adamantium as something that could absorb gamma radiation, which would make it the secret weapon to weaken Red Hulk. So maybe, just maybe, there was a scrapped storyboard where Cap and Falcon go up against Red Hulk, get wrecked, and then Ruth swoops in with his mystery metal to drain his gamma powers. If that was the plan, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. If it was the plan, though, it never made it to the final cut. If you don't care about its non-existence in the movie at all, the jet's pretty cool. In some cases, it actually ended up getting more playtime than our X-Men X-Jet. The X-Jet is great, but its size made it hard to fit into the scale of our LEGO city. But this Red Hulk jet is easier to kind of swoosh around, so we did end up playing with it more. Now, does it make it worth $55?
No.
Look, I can't keep talking about this jet that doesn't exist in the movie or any other source material. We gotta move on, okay? We gotta move on. Time to move on, guys. Now it's time for our review scores. So if you're not familiar, we rate the set on 4 attributes. The build, the minifigures, the value, and fun. Okay, our first category is the build. What did you think, Elizabeth?
I loved it because there was a secret box build of Silver Sea.
Okay, so you like the that play feature there?
Uh-huh.
All right, so thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
I give it not thumbs up, not thumbs down.
Is that okay?
I'm saying it's okay. Next category is minifigures. All right, Elizabeth, what do you think about the minifigures?
Well, I know Captain America and Red Hulk, but I don't know who these 2 are.
All right. Did you like how they looked?
Yes.
Yeah, so I spoke about this when we took a closer look. The Red Hulk is a very cool big figure, and I do like the Captain America, although not as good as the Marvel Series 1 Captain America. Falcon, I think, was very well done, especially very true to the movie. Overall, kind of disappointing. Okay, so thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Me too. Value. So, was this worth $55?
Nope.
Thumbs down.
Nope.
Okay, last category is fun. So this can get scored up to 4 thumbs up. Elizabeth, what did you think? Is this fun?
This was fun
What made it fun?
because we got to build the ship together, and Red Hulk was my favorite villain. We played Legos together.
Yeah, so that is the one redeeming thing. I do think as a big figure, Red Hulk is a pretty great villain in any of your play sessions. We had a lot of fun with him. We loved having him fight Green Hulk. We loved having him fight all the other superheroes. We also had some fun with the other minifigures. As a Jet, while completely like forgettable, you know, it's fine. So overall, I would just say as far as incorporating into your play, if you can overlook the cost, there's some redeeming value here. So 1 or 2, how many thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
All right, now give it 1 thumb up. Let's just close this out with some final thoughts. Anything you want to close out on, Elizabeth?
Should we take this Lego set back to the store, but leave Red Hulk here?
And why do you want to do that?
Yeah, because I want our money back.
Yeah, so this is basically you're literally paying $55 for Red Hulk. Like, that is the one redeeming thing about the set. I think the Captain America and Falcon minifigures are pretty well done, but not really worth paying any premium for. Ruth, I think, is just a total dud as a minifigure, and so is this entire Jet. I don't even know. Again, it's not in the movie, and this is bothering me more than Elizabeth, obviously, but it does bother me. So basically, you have to decide whether you want to buy this to get Red Hulk for $55 or to go on the reseller market and get Red Hulk for $45, which I've been seeing him as of late. So I don't know. I think out of the 3 sets, this is by far the most overpriced, the most overvalued. And unless you really want Red Hulk and have money in your wallet to burn, do not get this. Does that sound about right, Elizabeth?
Yes.
All right. Anything you want to say before we go?
See you next time at the Special Prince Playroom.
And don't forget.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, I think that says it all. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
Red Hulk stomp, what's that sound? Bricks and beats.
Is it worth $55?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so big fail on that. Thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Let's do that again.
Through, but red sees red. Falcon swoops in, wings held wide, but peace can't reach the rage inside.
Wait, what are we doing here? I thought we were done.
It's a postcard scene.
A post-credit scene? Are we teasing something we're going to be doing on May the 4th?
Yes.
What's that going to be?
We're building the Dark Falcon.
All right. That's something to look forward to. Maybe see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Again.
Again.